Hey friends, don't think I forgot about Dream Fever and the work we were doing. Just wanted to do a quick video about some of the things that I've been working on because I'm attempting to get all three of these time signatures together, which if you haven't followed the videos, I know they're long, but I'll just sum it up in short. We're doing this 3/4 thing, which is, right, just that sound. And then we're adding a 5/16, if you want to be technical, thing where it's the thing that I noticed when I was trying to put all three of these together and kind of come up with a composite rhythm is that I needed to do a little bit more work between the 3 and 6 feels. Because here's the thing about 12/8 is 12/8 is not just 12/8. And if you start studying music that's in 12/8, you're going to learn very quickly how much the not 12/8 thing is happening and how much there's this intricate kind of polyrhythmic, multifaceted way that all of these things come together. So if we're thinking triplet, 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 triplet as our 4 pulses, so da 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 ana ana 1 and is it the same pulse? Which, if you've ever heard America from West Side Story, it's almost the same thing, except that's technically 6/8 and 3/4. Da 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 dun 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 da 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 da. The subdivisions remain the same, but then the way the pulse is emphasized changes. So if that's true, and we're going da 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 ba da da da. So we have to think in 3/4 against 12/8, which is the big 3/4, which would be half note triplets, if you want to think of it that way. And so you have to get used to the way that feels. So then you're thinking not so much as ding ga doom da doo da, which is 1, a 2, and 3E, but you're going to start to think of the triplets as triplet, 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 1, do da, ga doom, 1, do da, doom, da doom, triplet, 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 dun, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. But you can subdivide those. So then that's where you get that triplet quarter note feel, right? And the importance of doing all of this is to just begin to subdivide all the time, because all of this stuff is going to happen. And then when you're subdividing, what's going to end up kind of coming across in your brain as you're practicing rhythmic things is you're going to start to listen to the rhythm that everyone else is generating. And when you're not doing that, you're not really playing in time. And that was something that I had to learn the hard way. With somebody on a session once, and I'll just say this frankly, they just said the bass player's not in the pocket. And when I heard that, it kind of devastated me because I felt like I was in the pocket. I was in my own pocket, which is fine. But if anyone else is generating time, you have to find a middle ground that works. And there's a threshold. And a lot of people have done research. You can look up all these people on YouTube who have talked about like the threshold for what is considered a flam, or like a difference between two notes being like rhythmic unison and not. So when you start thinking about that 5 pulse, and so now I've gone into my sermon and my dissertation about rhythm. So ba ba do da do ga da da ga ga da 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 do da da ga. So all right, so we have our pulse. Jaka 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 ba da 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 ba da. Right? So there's 2 ways to work on the 5/8 or 5/16 figure. Think of it in 5. Because what this is going to help is when you translate it back to 4, now you've done more work in the odd meter. So then the even meter is just that much more solid. You're going to hear both kind of as it translates. And what happens is it locks in, and you want it to lock in. So I'm going to do it slowly. Dot, 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 dot. So I'm going to do 3 so we can do the 3 together. So what's going to happen is you're going to get on the 3 side, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna get on the 2, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then the second bar, you're gonna do 1, 2 on the 2 side, and then on the third beat of the 3 side, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then on the downbeat of the 3 side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Right? So then 4 bars of that, right? If we're doing the 4 feel, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, dot, 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 4, dot, dot, dot. You're gonna do the 3. And the nice thing is on the 3 side, it's the 3, then it's the 2, then it's the downbeat, and then it's on the 2. So it's nice because it kind of like just comes back. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, blah. And obviously I've been working on this for a while because I'm much better at this than some of the other figures. So hopefully by next Friday I can do this through the cycle, and you'll be able to hear not the 5/8, but at least some of the rhythmic freedom that we all have in the tune. The Golden Flower single of Dream Fever, which is to drop a week from tomorrow. So isn't that cool? Yeah. And so basically what I'm trying to get at is that the people that I listen to and aspire to be have done all of this rhythmic work. And it's a lot of work, but the nice thing is when you go to play with people you don't know, and especially people who have done this work, you don't have to explain so much. You have to sit down and, you know, try to describe rhythmically what's going on. It's more like, hey, let's just either read a chart down or play a standard, and those are the goals, right? So anyway, I hope you find this useful, and just remember, if you ever get stuck in a rut rhythmically with something that you're working on, just try to add either an odd meter to it, or the alternative would be try to think of an odd meter and an even meter over it. Even meter over it, yes. One of the things I want to do in the next little group of videos is kind of explore this 5 concept as it occurs in different, you know, in different tunes. There's one by Terrence Blanchard called Confident Selflessness, with his band, the E Collective, and it's really cool because the groove is dun dun, get go, get go, get go, get go, get go, dun dun dun. It's in 4, so it's like get go, get go, that don't, get do, but do, get do, get go, that go, get. Sorry, one more time. Kind of thing. So, yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this. I'll edit it so it's nice and clean. And have fun. Have fun practicing. Enjoy your practice. And just remember, rhythm is everything. Bye.